Darryl is one of my best buddies. Darryl's very social. If he's around a friend of mine, he sees that he's a friend of mine, so automatically he's a friend of Darryl's. He just started going to a program after school age. My mom was certain that he was abused one day when he got home, and that was the end of it. She put her arms of protection around him and kept him at home. He didn't go anywhere else. No more programs, no more workshops, nothing. Mom and Dad were very old school. They were proud people, didn't ask for help. They had no knowledge of what was available. They had no friends that were telling them what was available. They were going to take care of it themselves. Darryl and my mom's relationship got very tight, so the only friends that he associated with was family. So the only activity he did was activities my mom and dad did. And my mom took care of everything. She didn't allow Darryl to be his own person. She took care of every meal he ate and all his needs, all his care. So his world was very small. There were a lot of things I knew Darryl was missing out on in his life. But because of him being in the environment he was in, even though he had all the love and care in his home, it wasn't enough. Even though we knew he was missing out on things, we didn't know how we were going to deal with it. After my dad passed, someone needed to help my mom become co-guardian with her, and I accepted that role. My mom at that time was being diagnosed with early stages of dementia, so we knew that she was going to need help regardless. And when I took over as co-guardian, I didn't know. I had no idea what was available and what was necessary for him. I had no idea. It took my daughter, who was more educated in that field, telling me, "This is what you have to do, Dad."
I would actually go and visit OE and see clients at OE as I was a behavior therapist. So I knew what the programs were like. I saw those firsthand. I was behind the scenes encouraging my dad to just take that leap of faith and go for it.
I knew that it was some place that Darryl needed to be able to check out. The first thing that we were able to do was respite. I wasn't sure if a respite would even work. It took OE to help me understand that there was so much more for him.
So when I first met Darryl, it was during the intake process. Dennis had him be a part of it, and so he was a little nervous. He came to the door, he had a smile on his face and was so excited. They showed him puzzles and he picked out some puzzles and started working on them. And then they colored some pictures, and just the smile on his face made my day. He started with 4 hours and he was coming 1 day a week. We were exploring other days, possible overnights, just to get him out of the house and socialization skills going. And from there, he just blossomed.
I got an email from his case manager that OE contacted her and said, "We have found the perfect fit for Darryl in a supported living home. It's the perfect fit." It was the same week that we had to put my mom into a memory care facility. That's when I had to decide, are we going to do this? I took that leap of faith because OE has showed me up until that point that it's going to work.
Once he moved into supported living, he had plenty of options and choices to make on his own, which was very new for him. He was able to choose his own food, he was able to choose his own restaurants, what he wants to wear, what activities he wanted to participate in, what outings he wanted to go to.
I met Darryl on the afternoon of his very first day. Darryl's what I would call an anomaly. He adjusted quickly. The excitement of having roommates, the excitement of having, his own space separate from everybody else and being able to decorate it how he chose. Learning that he can roam around the house at will. He can help choose meals. Teaching him a hygiene routine that would be pretty consistent for him. I think all of that was pretty exciting for him and for staff too, to be honest with you.
For Darryl, things changed drastically. you couldn't get the smile off his face. I would go and see him and they would say, he's always happy. He wants to do everything. And I said, no way. No. I asked him, Darryl, you want to come home with me? He loved it. This is home for him now.
I get told stories all the time of the things that Darryl's doing or something he's done, over the past week or so. He makes his own food, he makes his bed, and he's not confined anymore. He's got this whole house, he's enjoying his company, he's going out, he gets to do all of these really fun things.
Life is an adventure for Darryl. He enjoys learning how to cut things with a knife, making salad, cutting up tomatoes and onions, spaghetti sauce. But that's his learning process. That's the best part about watching him become more independent.
Since starting at OE, Darryl has just thrived. He is living his best life and almost a new life.
Those kind of experiences where he is just doing things he never would do before. It just didn't happen, but it's happening now. All of those little things are just blowing us away as family. And all we can do is smile and laugh because he's enjoying, he's living. Darryl went from saying no to yes. I got to sit back and enjoy watching that ride. He's seeing life through new glasses. We say to this day, he's enjoying his best life right now.